Hunter says, hey, Zach, I'm a huge fan. My question is, what is your Super Bowl 56 dark horse team? Mine is the L.A. Chargers. He said Los Angeles. I don't know why I said L.A. I guess we're at Super Bowl 56 already. I think you mean this year. I didn't realize we were that many Super Bowls in already. So I actually have 5 dark horse teams. Dark horse is defined as someone who is not expected to win. So let me be clear, actually. Let me back up. Here are my favorites to win the NFL Super Bowl. Probably Kansas City, the Chiefs. They have Patrick Mahomes. They went to Super Bowl last year. They reloaded their offensive line. Like, Kansas City is a favorite for sure. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they have Tom Brady. They returned all 22 starters. That means through the draft, they just got better. Now, the Buccaneers will be back. Their division's actually probably weaker than it was last year. The Rams should be a favorite to win the Super Bowl. They went 10-6 last year. They were a playoff team the year before. Last year in 2020. They had the best defense last year in the NFL, and they upgraded at quarterback. So a team that was really good just got even better with Matthew Stafford at quarterback now. Expect the Rams to be in the hunt for a Super Bowl. And then the Buffalo Bills are a team that came really close to a Super Bowl too. They made it to the AFC Championship game. Josh Allen took a huge step forward. The Bills will be better this year. I think take another step forward. So the favorites right now in the NFL got to be Kansas City, Buffalo, the LA Rams, and the Buccaneers. But I have 5 teams that are dark horse teams that I think could be really good, depending on a factor or two, but teams that no one really, I think, they might be expected to be playoff teams, but they're not expected to be Super Bowl teams, if that makes sense. So here are my 5 dark horse teams in the NFL. You have, number 1, the Indianapolis Colts. This is probably the least dark horsey team. Funny, the Colts, that's a horse. Anyway, they're adding Carson Wentz, quarterback from Philadelphia, coming off an awful year. Worst year of his career, got benched, lost his job, made bad decisions. I've covered it to death. But some people think it's not going to work. Like, there are people that, like Philadelphia fans who are very biased, are like, he's awful, not going to work, he sucks. And it comes down to, how much of an impact do you believe Carson Wentz is going to have with the Colts? Is he going to make them even better and push them over the edge to a Super Bowl? They were a playoff team last year. Or is he going to fail? And if you believe in Carson Wentz, then therefore you have to also believe that the Colts are a team that could contend for a Super Bowl. Their team is that good. The coach, the team, they run the ball well. They play great defense. If you assume Carson's going to be a great quarterback, then you have to therefore also assume the Colts are going to be a Super Bowl contender. Number 2, another dark horse team. The Denver Broncos are a team that has an amazing roster. They just need good quarterback play. And they need to stay healthy. And I remember when Kurt Warner revived his career in Arizona and went to a Super Bowl with the Arizona Cardinals. I remember when Matt Schaub led the NFL in passing in 2009. Like, does anyone expect Teddy Bridgewater to be amazing? We think he's going to be the starting quarterback in Denver. I think he's going to beat out Drew Lock. There's a reason they traded for Teddy Bridgewater. I don't think an Aaron Rodgers trade is going to happen for Denver. If they get Aaron Rodgers, they're definitely a Super Bowl contender. But Teddy Bridgewater might be the answer in Denver. And I have an open mind. I mean, for a brief moment in 2016, or was it 2015? 2015, the year after. So 2015, Teddy Bridgewater was drafted in 2014, first round pick in Minnesota. 2015, they go 11-5. And you're like, oh, momentum is building. They found their franchise quarterback. 2016, during practice, horrific leg injury to Teddy Bridgewater. Since then, hasn't really had a shot. If Teddy ever is going to get a shot to show what could have been, it's 2021 this year in Denver with a stacked, loaded, incredibly talented roster in Denver. That's a dark horse team that I don't think people expect to be amazing, that could be if they get good quarterback play from Teddy Bridgewater. Another dark horse team, the New Orleans Saints. I love Drew Brees. I love the former Saints quarterback, Drew Brees. He retired at 42 years old. That guy was not his best at the end. Read the book, Coming Back Stronger. Amazing book. I love Drew Brees, always will. But it is very possible and likely that Jameis Winston, with good coaching from Sean Payton, who by the way, remember, he revived Drew Brees' career, too. He turned Drew Brees into a guy that he took Drew Brees from a guy who was cast off from San Diego, who got benched so that Phillip Rivers could be the starting quarterback in San Diego. Sean Payton took Drew Brees from an unwanted quarterback who Miami, the Dolphins, wouldn't even take him, to a Hall of Fame quarterback. So don't underestimate the value that Sean Payton as a coach can bring to a quarterback. Jameis Winston's a former number 1 overall pick. He was Elite 11 MVP, a Heisman Trophy winner. Jameis Winston is a meathead sometimes. He does dumb stuff that makes you go, Jesus, dude, what are you doing? That's a bad decision. You don't steal crab legs. Like, there's a couple things here like, Jameis, what are you doing? But you can't deny his ability. And despite having 30 interceptions in 2019, which is absurd, like 30, think about that. For almost every touchdown he threw, he had 33. He had 30 interceptions in 2019. That's ridiculous. Clearly, there's a decision-making problem there. But he also led the league in passing yards. Like, Jameis has talent and ability. Now he's going to get Sean Payton as his coach full-time. With also, commitment matters. Having a team commit to you and say, you're our guy, that matters too. It's very possible the Saints are a Super Bowl contender this fall. If Jameis Winston delivers and is really, really good. And all he really has to do is be better than Drew Brees was last year. And Drew was, really declining at the end of the year. So keep your eye on Jameis Winston. That could be a team that surprises a lot of people. Because they're a good football. I mean, they won the division last year. They beat Tampa twice. Tampa won the Super Bowl last year. They're a really, really good football team. Keep your eye on New Orleans. If they get good quarterback play from Jameis, they're going to be phenomenal. Another Super Bowl dark horse team is the Tennessee Titans. They got a defensive-minded coach. They've got some problems on defense, but they're better than people realize. They were a playoff team last year. I don't know how you stop the Titans offense this year. I can't wait to watch them. Ryan Tannehill is a really underrated quarterback. A guy who's not flashy, who will not blow you away, but a guy who's clutch. Ryan Tannehill, for lack of a better term, makes plays when it matters most. It's on third down, on fourth down, in the red zone. He runs for first downs. He's scrappy. He can make good throws. But you also now have Derrick Henry at running back, who is like unbelievable. He's the best running back in the NFL. And you have to load the box to stop the Titans' running game with Derrick Henry. Meaning you have to put more bodies in the box near the line of scrimmage to stop Derrick Henry. The problem is that when you do that, it leads to better matchups on the outside for wide receivers. Guys like Julio Jones, and who they traded for, and A.J. Brown. You're going to have a lot of man coverage downfield. You're going to have a lot of good matchups for Julio Jones and A.J. Brown. How do you defend the Titans offense? I have no idea. They've got a quarterback who can deliver, who will make plays, who will not lose you a game. You've got a running back who will destroy you. And if you load the box to stop that running back, good luck defending both Julio Jones and A.J. Brown. You might have one great corner. You don't have two. Like, do the Titans play the Miami Dolphins this year? That would be really fun. Byron Jones, Xavier Howard against Julio Jones, and A.J. Brown. That'd be a fun matchup. Two great corners against two great receivers. How do they stop the running game? Like, I want to watch Tennessee play Miami this year. That'd be really, really fun. But the Titans are a team that, hey, they were a playoff team last year. They upgraded. They're a Super Bowl dark horse team as well. My last Super Bowl dark horse team is Washington. The Washington football team, a team that I think had a losing record last year, actually. But they won their division. They were a playoff team. Despite the fact they had 4 different starting quarterbacks last year: Kyle Allen, Dwayne Haskins, Alex Smith, and Taylor Heinicke. Taylor Heinicke, by the way, awesome in the NFL playoffs against Tampa. They lost, but he played great. He was kind of the bright spot. Got a contract, well-deserved. But Washington needed a quarterback last year. They didn't have one. Now they got one. Ryan Fitzpatrick, a guy who has done some really good stuff recently. Ryan Fitzpatrick, I feel bad for him. I went through a situation in college where I was lied to. I was told there was a competition. I was told I'd get a fair shot. And I did really well. Every time I played, I threw touchdown passes. I was phenomenal, and I did the best I could. But the reality my coach wouldn't tell me and wouldn't be honest about was he just wanted the other guy. It wasn't really a competition. He just liked the other guy better, and that's fine. I wish he would have said that. In Miami, they said straight up, hey, Ryan Fitzpatrick, we love you. You're 38 years old. We got to draft a quarterback with our number 5 overall pick, Tua Tagovailoa. And in Tampa in 2018, remember Ryan Fitzpatrick had an incredible run, like destroying NFL defenses. And if Ryan Fitzpatrick had done what he did at 36, 12 years earlier at 24 years old instead, teams would be building around Ryan Fitzpatrick. They would be committing a lot, saying, hey, how can we win with this guy? But because he's older, he's not viewed as a franchise quarterback. Now, Washington, God bless him, doesn't care how much longer Ryan Fitzpatrick has to play. They care, can you help us win now? Because we want to win in 2021. We don't care about 2025. We want to win right. We have a good team. We're ready to win now. Ron Rivera is a no-nonsense head coach. He's ready to go. And Ryan Fitzpatrick's this wily veteran, a great leader who all he's needed is a team to commit to him. And man, we got it. I think Washington is a team that will shock a lot of people. They added Curtis Samuel. They have Terry McLaurin. They added Ryan Fitzpatrick. They got a great defense. They got Chase Young's going to be back for his second year, going to be even better. It's a defensive rookie of the year last year. Keep your eye on Washington. That's another dark horse team. So my 5 dark horse Super Bowl teams, the Colts, that's kind of cheating, but whatever. Depends on how you view Carson Wentz. The Broncos, I know that's a shock. But the roster's that good. They weren't that kind of respect. They just need good quarterback play from Teddy Bridgewater. The Saints, hey, if Jameis gets the coaching, I think he will. And Sean Payton has a huge impact the way he had on Drew Brees. Hey, Jameis could be amazing, and the Saints could be incredible. The Titans added Julio Jones. That adds a new dynamic to their team. I can't wait to watch that. And then Washington adding Ryan Fitzpatrick, the quarterback they've been missing. Might put them over the top. You don't understand how incredible it is that a roster can be so good, they make the playoffs with 4 different starting quarterbacks in a single season. Unbelievable. It shows how good Washington's roster is and how well coached they are. I'm constantly impressed with Ron Rivera. Those are my 5 Super Bowl dark horse teams. What a good segment, man. Hey, Hunter, thanks for writing in. I got a lot of time out of that. Didn't mean to. Well done, Hunter.